President John F. Kennedy is known for a lot of things, such as being the first Catholic president of the United States, successfully navigating the Cuban Missile Crisis, and spurring exploration into space.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
However, Kennedy was also known for his womanizing ways, with Hollywood actress Marilyn Monroe serving as one of his most famous rumored paramours. A set of letters from the late president now up for auction is shedding light on another romance with a Swedish socialite named Gunilla von Post. The 8-page collection is up for sale by Boston-based auction house RR Auction until May 12, 2021. And the executive vice president of the company, Bobby Livingston, told People magazine he expects the letters to fetch around $30,000. Livingston believes that part of the interest comes from Kennedy's emotional openness throughout the correspondence. Livingston said, "You can read all the biographies you want to learn about someone's character, but here you can read someone's thoughts in full." According to the Palm Beach Post, the aristocrat, whose full name was Karin Adele Gunilla von Post, was born in Stockholm, Sweden on July 10, 1932 to a wealthy family. She attended the exclusive École Alemannia in Switzerland, where she found a passion for the hospitality industry. Von Post loved to travel, especially throughout the United States and Europe, and learned to speak English, French, and German alongside her native Swedish. She once said, "I feel as if home is mid-Atlantic. I love the United States and Europe." In her memoir, Love, Jack, von Post wrote she first met JFK on the French Riviera because she had been hoping to improve her French. At the time, Kennedy was an engaged 36-year-old senator from Massachusetts. Even though the chance encounter occurred just weeks before his wedding, it did not stop the couple from beginning an affair. The Daily Mail reports, von Post said that she and the future president spent an evening together dining, dancing, and taking a romantic moonlit walk along the Mediterranean. Von Post wrote, "He turned and kissed me tenderly and my breath was taken away. The brightness of the moon and stars made his eyes appear bluer than the ocean beneath us." Kennedy had been upfront about his engagement, but he expressed intense feelings about the romance. He reportedly told her, "If I had met you 1 week before, I would have canceled the whole wedding." Kennedy did end up marrying Jacqueline Bouvier 3 weeks later, but von Post and Kennedy's connection was strong enough to spark lasting communication in the form of letters and transatlantic phone calls. In 1955, Kennedy decided to visit Sweden to see von Post once more and start a physical relationship. She wrote in her memoir, "I was relatively inexperienced and Jack's tenderness was a revelation. He said, 'Gunilla, we've waited 2 years for this. It seems almost too good to be true and I want to make you happy.'" Von Post said Kennedy asked her to move to New York and find work as a model. The Swedish socialite refused to do so without an offer of marriage. Von Post also claimed that Kennedy was serious enough about their potential future together that he spoke to his father about divorcing Jackie. But Joseph Kennedy warned that ending his marriage would destroy any chance of ever winning the presidency.
He said, "I want to divorce, I wanted to marry Gunilla von Post." And the father said, "Are you out of your mind?"
As the romance floundered, von Post decided to marry wealthy Swedish landowner and industrialist Anders Ekman. Upon learning about the engagement, Kennedy expressed his regret in a series of letters. He pointedly wrote, "I must say I was sad to learn that, after all, you are not coming to the US and you are marrying a farmer." He continued, "I was planning to come back again next summer to see you, and now what will happen?" That reunion never did happen. Von Post had 2 daughters with Ekman before his accidental death 4 years later. Eventually, von Post did leave her native Sweden for the United States. She moved to Palm Beach after marrying IBM executive Wisner Miller and had 2 children with him. Publishers Weekly notes that von Post finally decided to publish the details of her affair with Kennedy after Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis' death in 1994. Von Post has also dedicated her time to a number of charities, including Save a Pet, the Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League, the Christian Children's Fund, and the Humane Society. Von Post died in 2011. In her obituary in the Palm Beach Post, she was described as having a sensitive, kind, and caring nature, as well as a zest for life. It declared, "She was truly an authentic and inspirational woman." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about historical figures are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.